People have been using canoes for thousands of years. While we can't say for sure how many thousands of years, archaeologists have recently discovered the remains of a dugout canoe dating back 8,000 years, so it goes to reason that canoes have been around for much longer than that period. On the other hand, kayaks have been around for a much shorter period, and by shorter, we mean 4,000 years. These two types of boats are all excellent pieces of equipment for people who enjoy recreational paddling, fishing, and as a form of exercise. Since they technically look alike, sit inside kayaks and canoes most resemble each other. Let's take a quick look at each of them, see what differences and similarities they have as well as why you might want to choose one over the other. There are several similarities and differences between kayaks and canoes. Here are some that stand out. This is probably the biggest difference and yet the closest similarities these boats have. Typically, canoes are much bigger than kayaks. They are built with wide frames and open tops, very much like sit-on-top kayaks. However, unlike kayaks, canoes are designed to carry more people and more gear. Kayaks, on the other hand, offer limited space and are much sleeker. While there are quite a few different types of canoes, the most common are Canadian or recreational canoes. These tend to be 13, 17 feet long, have tall sides, sit much higher on the water than kayaks, and have enough space inside for the paddler to sit either on benches that run the width of the beam or kneel on slats. All canoes have an open top, which is not the case with kayaks. Yes, there are sit-on-top kayaks with an open top, but it's the sit-inside kayaks that most closely resemble a canoe. The biggest difference is that with kayaks, the paddler actually sits inside an enclosed cockpit. Since canoes are open vessels, getting into them is a much easier proposition than getting into a kayak. All you have to do to get into a kayak is step on board. You can easily use the boat sides or the dock to steady yourself as you step into the boat. Getting into a kayak, on the other hand, requires impressive technique. You have to carefully slide your legs into the cockpit while maintaining the necessary balance to keep the boat from tipping over. Although necessary for canoe users as well, this balance isn't as difficult to achieve with a canoe as it is with a kayak. However, once you get inside, there is an argument to be made for the comfort that comes with using a kayak. Therefore, many kayaks are snug and quite comfortable, with some being equipped with extremely comfortable seats that even have backrests. Canoes, on the other hand, offer no such luxury. It's an open space with benches if you are lucky. This is really where the rubber meets the road. Since canoes tend to be heavier and bulkier, paddling them calls for much more effort than paddling a kayak. In fact, paddling a canoe often calls for two people since these paddles are shorter than those on a kayak and have a single blade, unlike those of a kayak. The canoe paddle has a T-knob at the top and a blade at the bottom. You use it by keeping one hand on the T-knob and the other in the middle. You push the paddle down using both hands to propel the canoe. However, to keep the canoe tracking straight, you need to do the same thing on the other side of the boat as well. Either that or you need a paddling partner who does the same thing on alternate strokes. This synchronization is much easier said than done. Paddling a kayak, on the other hand, is pretty straightforward. The paddles have two blades, and since kayaks aren't typically as wide nor as bulky as a canoe, all you have to is grip the middle of the paddle with both hands about 2 feet apart, then dip each blade alternately into the water. Comparing two strong competitors is not just an easy task. However, we've done a little, but choose yours one according to your preferences. This video is just to help over the topic. Hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching till the end.